Welcome to This Explainer. If you've just found yourself out of work, honestly, the very last thing you want to deal with is a confusing government website. But today, we're going to strip away that complexity and decode the Maine unemployment application process for you.
Struggling to figure out how to actually file for unemployment in Maine? Look, if the bureaucracy feels completely overwhelming right now, I want you to know you are definitely not alone. It's a pretty complex system with some very specific rules, and a single mistake can hold up the financial assistance you need.
But don't worry, we've got you covered. In the next few minutes, we're going to unlock a step-by-step process to make this whole thing easy and stress-free. We'll turn that daunting mountain of paperwork into a super simple, manageable checklist. So let's dive right in.
Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. Understanding benefits. 2. Preparation checklist. 3. Filing your claim. 4. Troubleshooting pitfalls. 5. Aftercare and weekly claims. And finally, 6. Summary and legal disclaimer. Let's get started. All right, Section 1. Understanding benefits.
Before we spend time filling out forms, we need to make absolutely sure you actually qualify. The Maine Department of Labor looks at a few critical factors. First off, you got to be unemployed through no fault of your own, so things like a company-wide layoff, a reduction in force, or just being downsized. Second, you must be physically able and actively available to work. Now here's the numbers part. Maine has specific monetary criteria based on your past earnings. Basically, you need to have earned at least $1,700 per quarter in a minimum of 2 quarters during your base period. Or, alternatively, your total earnings need to equal or exceed $5,600 across any 4 base period quarters. If you hit those marks, boom, you're on the right track. Moving right along to Section 2, Preparation Checklist. Okay, before you even open your web browser, gathering these specific documents will save you a massive headache. If you don't have them, the system might time out, and you'll end up abandoning the application halfway through. So, have this pre-flight checklist physically sitting on your desk. You'll need your Social Security number, of course, but you also need a comprehensive 18-month work history. And I mean comprehensive, not just a simple list of jobs. We're talking exact legal business names, physical addresses, phone numbers, precise start and end dates, and the specific reason you left every single employer over the last year and a half. Non-citizens, have your alien registration number ready. Veterans, you'll need your DD-214 if you served in the past 18 months. And if you plan to claim a dependency allowance, make sure to grab the Social Security numbers for your kids too.
All right, let's get into Section 3, Filing your claim.
Now that you're totally prepped and organized, let's execute the actual filing process. You'll be using the official Reemploy Me system. It's the state's dedicated portal, and really, the most straightforward, secure way to file. When you hop onto the Maine unemployment website, just keep an eye out for the distinctive red, white, and blue Reemploy Me logo. Once you spot that, you know you're in the right place. Once you create your account and log in, the portal literally takes you by the hand step by step. First, you just click the link that says File an Initial Claim. Then you'll verify your basic demographic stuff, your mailing address and contact info. After that comes the heavy lifting, plugging in that 18-month employment history you just gathered. The system is also going to ask you to report any severance, holiday pay, vacation pay, or pensions, because those can actually affect your benefit calculations. Take your time here. Incomplete or inaccurate info will severely delay your processing, and nobody wants that. Now, pay close attention, because here is a major quirk that catches so many people off guard. When you finally hit Submit, the Reemploy Me system does not send you a follow-up confirmation email. I repeat, no email. That makes your screenshot or physical printout of the final confirmation page literally your only administrative proof of submission. Do not, under any circumstances, close that browser until you've saved that screen. Let's pivot to Section 4, Troubleshooting Pitfalls. Let's anticipate some roadblocks so you can avoid frustrating delays and getting locked out of your account. A super common trap, the login creation. The state specifically advises that Reemploy Me usernames are completely case-sensitive, so do not use capital letters at all when creating your username. Just stick to all lowercase. Also, I know we do everything on our phones these days, but the state strongly recommends using a proper desktop, laptop, or tablet to file. The mobile interface can unfortunately cut off parts of the page, leading to missed questions and rejected applications. Oh, and one more thing. Verify your email address immediately under the Benefit Maintenance tab. That way, if you forget your password, you can actually reset it without a hassle. Next up, Section 5, Aftercare and Weekly Claims.
Filing that initial application is just step one. You've got to know how to maintain your eligibility week by week. Here's how the timeline works. Under Maine law, benefits are not payable for the first 7 consecutive calendar days. It's a mandatory waiting period. That means you should hang tight for 7 days after you file your initial claim before calling a claim center to ask about payment. Your first weekly certification is actually going to cover the period after that initial wait.
To keep the money flowing, you must file a weekly certification every single week you want to claim benefits. You can do this right inside the Reemploy Me portal or by calling their 800 number. Massive tip here. If you pick up part-time work, you must report your gross earnings for the exact week you worked, not the week the paycheck actually hits your bank account. You're also legally required to actively search for work. That means registering online with Maine JobLink and completing and logging at least one valid reemployment activity every single week, unless you've been granted a specific waiver.
Naturally, you're going to want to know when you're getting paid, right? The system makes checking your status pretty simple. Just log back into Reemploy Me and click the Inquiry tab right there on the top navigation bar of your home screen. From there, a side menu pops up. Navigate through the Benefits menu directly down to the Pay Status button. Clicking this pulls up a full 15-month history of your claims, so you can see exactly where your money is or if there are any issues, like an incomplete claim, that you need to address ASAP.
The good news? Once your weekly claim is successfully certified with no issues, you won't be waiting long. You can expect your electronic fund transfers to hit your bank account within just 2 to 3 business days.
Finally, Section 6, Summary and Legal Disclaimer. Let's quickly wrap this all up so you're fully empowered to tackle this process. Your ultimate takeaways are: 1. Verify you meet the earnings and separation criteria first. 2. Prep meticulously. Get all that 18-month employer data on paper before logging in. 3. Use a real computer and remember, no capital letters in your username. 4. Save that crucial final screenshot since you will not get an email. And 5. Keep up with your weekly certifications and log your job searches on Maine JobLink to maintain your active status.
Now please keep in mind, this explainer is strictly for informational purposes. Laws and portal interfaces can and do update, so you should always reach out directly to the Maine Department of Labor, visit a local career center, or consult legal counsel for official guidance and the most up-to-date procedures.
Look, losing a job is incredibly tough, but getting the benefits you've actually earned shouldn't have to be. With this roadmap in hand, you have the power to make this entire application process smooth, organized, and totally stress-free. You know exactly what to gather, where to click, and what traps to avoid. So what's stopping you from taking control, logging on, and confidently filing your claim today?